Hello my dear students, welcome to chemistry classes. So now in this video we are going to discuss about the quantitative aspects of electrolysis. So what do you mean by the quantitative aspects? So first let us know about it. So what is the meaning of quantitative aspects? Okay, so here, so this video will be very much important. Why? Because so in your board examination the 2 mark and 3 mark questions will come from this topic. They are mainly based on the Faraday's laws of electrolysis, isn't it? So about the laws we are going to discuss today. The first law of Faraday's electrolysis, this is also most important. They will ask for 2 marks. Give the statement of Faraday's first law and what is Faraday's first law or what is Faraday's second law, like that they will ask. And the problems based on these Faraday's laws are also very much important. So in the next video we are going to discuss about the numerical problems on Faraday's law, and first we will discuss about Faraday's first law in this video, and in the next video we will be discussing on Faraday's second law. After that we will discuss on problems. Okay, so the first, let us understand what is the quantitative aspects. And till now we have discussed about on passing electric current, the non-spontaneous chemical reaction takes place in electrolytic cell, and if the spontaneous chemical reaction takes place, that the energy released from that cell, that chemical reaction can be converted into electrical energy. So about that we have discussed only in qualitative manner, and you must be notice that we have discussed only about qualitative aspects. Why qualitative aspects? The qualitative aspects means what? On passing electric current, the which chemical reaction may takes place. We are dealing with the nature of the chemical reaction, but we never gave a word about the how much amount of chemical reaction takes place, then how much amount of the chemical reaction takes place to give how much amount of product. Here we are going to deal with quantity of the chemical reaction and quantity of the electric current, isn't it? So by passing how much of current, the how much chemical reaction takes place, and by passing and by taking how much solution, how much electricity can be produced. So like that we are going to discuss in this class. So this is only particular for electrolysis, means for electrolytic cells. So electrolytic cell means what? On passing electric current, the chemical reaction takes place, means we are converting chemical electrical energy into chemical energy. So in these laws we are going to deal with on passing how much electric current, how much amount of chemical reaction takes place. The amount of chemical reaction is nothing but we can study in terms of the amount of substance formed, amount of substance dissolved, or it is dissociated, or the number of moles of substance formed, like that. Okay, so in the year 1833 and 34, the very famous scientist Michael Faraday, conducted a lot of experiment in his lab. He conducted very more number of experiments in his laboratory, and he summarized the results of all those experiments as laws. Okay, so Michael Faraday ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ in the year 1833 and 34 ತನ್ನ ಲ್ಯಾಬ್ ಒಳಗ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆರಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಏನು ಬರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಆ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಮರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಸಮ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಸೊ ಸಮರೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ he will give a general laws. So now we are going to deal with those laws. So in this video we are going to deal with the Faraday's first law of electrolysis. The first law of electrolysis. So let's directly go to the statement. What it tells: the amount of any substance deposited or liberated. The amount of any substance deposited or liberated at any electrode is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity passed. The quantity of electricity passed through the electrolytic solution. See here, in electrolytic cell, the chemical reaction taking place can be measured in the form of the amount of substance deposited on the cathode or amount of substance liberated at the anode. So the amount of substance deposited or amount of substance liberated, these are directly proportional to the quantity of electric current passed in that electrolytic solution. So ಇದರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆನೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಈ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಥವಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಇವೆರಡು ಯಾರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ? ದೀಸ್ ಟು ಆರ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಪೋರ್ಷನಲ್ ಟು ದ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ಡ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದಿ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ನಾವು ಆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಲೈಟಿಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. The more amount of substance is deposited and more amount of substance is liberated at the anode and this is deposited at the cathode. ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆನೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟೆಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಲೆಸ್ and amount of substance liberated is also less. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So once again, the amount of any substance deposited or liberated at any electrode is directly proportional to the quantity of electricity passed through the electrolytic solution. So now mathematically how we can write? W is the amount of substance, it is weight. The weight of substance deposited or liberated is directly proportional to the quantity of charge, the quantity of electricity, the electric charge in coulombs. Q means what? Electric charge in coulombs, and W is weight of a substance. It may be deposited at the cathode or it may be liberated at the anode. So W is directly proportional to Q. W is the weight of the substance. Q is the quantity of electric current or electricity. And so to this proportionality symbol is replaced by a constant, proportionality constant. W is equals to Z into Q. W is equals to Z into Q, where Z is a proportionality constant and it is called as electrochemical equivalent. Specifically it is called as electrochemical equivalent. Remember this word, electrochemical equivalent. So it is more useful word. See here, if a current of I ampere, so generally current is symbolized as I. You know about this in physics, okay? So the current of I ampere is passed for t seconds. I am going to pass I ampere of current for t seconds in my electrolytic cell. So what does this mean? The current of I ampere passed for t second, the amount of current and passed for unit time is called as Q, isn't it? So W is equals to Z into I into T, where I and T is equals to Q. Q is equals to I and T. What is Q? Electric charge in coulombs. I is the electric current in ampere. T the time. Okay. So W is equals to Z into I into T, where Z is electrochemical equivalent. I means the current. T means timing. How much time is passed. So this is our more useful equation. W is equals to Z into I into T, where W is the mass of substance deposited or liberated, Z is electrochemical equivalent, I is the amount of current in ampere, T is time in seconds. So now we should define Z. How to define Z? So let us take, if the current passed in my electrolytic solution is 1 ampere, I am going to pass 1 ampere of current for how much time? For 1 second. If I pass 1 ampere of current for 1 second in my electrolytic cell, so electrolytic cell like this. In the electrolytic cell, I am going to pass the current of 1 ampere, the current of 1 ampere for 1 second. I am going to pass current of 1 ampere for 1 second. Then what happens? According to this equation, I becomes 1 ampere and T becomes 1 second, isn't it? So now what about Z? W is equals to Z into 1 into 1. So W is equals to Z. Means that now from this we can define Z. Here the electrochemical equivalent Z of a substance, electrochemical equivalent of a substance may be defined as, the mass of this substance deposited, when current of 1 ampere is passed for 1 second. On passing current of 1 ampere for 1 second, the how much amount of substance deposited on the electrode, this is equal to electrochemical equivalent of that substance. Or you can write the amount of substance deposited when 1 coulomb of electricity is passed. So in simply hang define ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಲೈಟಿಕ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಆಂಪಿಯರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ನ 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು 1 ಆಂಪಿಯರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ 1 ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಡ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಡೆಪಾಸಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತದ ದಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಏನು ಕರಿಬೇಕು ನಾವು ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಇಕ್ವಿವೆಲೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೇಕು ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಫ್ಯಾರಡೇಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಲೈಸಿಸ್ ಸೊ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಫ್ಯಾರಡೇಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾ ಆಫ್ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಲೈಸಿಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ I hope you all of you understood this. Thank you.